Hi and welcome to this video on how to fit a Cavesson. In this video we're going to look at the correct fit, what to look for and understanding what you need from a Cavesson and what it does and how to use it. The Cavesson that I'm using is very basic, so it's just flat plain leather. There's nothing padded particularly, and it's very thin and very light. The rings are small, and the reason I like that is because then you can be a lot cleaner with regards to giving an aid. The aid is on and then it is off. If you have really big rings, then what happens is your aid is inconsistent and slow, so it's difficult then to be as precise. So the small rings are really good. With this particular Cavesson, it's got the bit clips as well. So on the side we have the bit clips here, so it can be changed into a bridle. I don't use a brow band with my Cavessons because I like it to be quite free on the face, and I find as well it's quite difficult to find correct fit with regards to width of foreheads, so I choose to take that off. I use very plain thin leather reins, so they're really thin in width, and these are quite long because then that gives me the option to either use them as reins or use them as a lunge line. So I like the leather feel because, again, with the regards to an aid, my aid is on and then it's off. With the lunge lines, they're a little bit cumbersome and they can be a little bit more tricky to control with regards to aids. So the leather rein works really well when you are working off your Cavesson in any aspect of what you're doing. With regards to fit, so the fit of your Cavesson, the Cavesson needs to sit 2 fingers below the point of cheekbone. So the noseband needs to be 2 fingers. So you have your point of cheekbone here, your protruding bone, 2 fingers below that, your Cavesson sits. So your noseband of your Cavesson sits. Now I always have the noseband of the Cavesson really loose because I always want the possibility that the horse can yawn and open the mouth. So I choose to have it very loose. My stability in my Cavesson comes from this section here, so your throat lash, and your top section. So I also like the rings here, so I don't like it when they're just completely one piece of leather, because again, your aid is easy to come on and off when they have the rings on the side. So the noseband I keep really loose so that the horse does have that possibility to work through the jaw. This area here is where I get the stability from. So if you find your Cavesson is twisting around all over the place, it's your throat lash is too loose. So the stability from the twisting perspective comes from the throat lash. Over the top here, it's not completely loose, but not really tight either. So that just sits then across your poll. That area for me is very thin. I don't like anything chunky because I want to just give the minimal effect on the horse's head as possible. And I really like a light feel from my Cavesson. So that's what you're looking for with regards to your Cavesson fit. So your lunge line then can either clip on the front or you can clip on to use it like reins. So you can have it like reins. I also ride in them like this as well. So I like to ride directly off of the Cavesson. So you can use it exactly like that you can then teach the feel of the rein contact and what the reins are for from this position. The reason I work an awful lot in the Cavesson and I work with the Cavesson like this and with the bit attached is because when I'm working here further forward, I then get the connection into the top line muscles. So when you're working from this area of the face, you're talking directly to top lines. When you're working in the mouth, your contact points are bars, lips, tongue, and sometimes roof of mouth as well. And those elements all talk to the underneath of the horse. So with regards to connecting your top line, speaking directly to the top line is ideal. So that's the ideal way to work. So for young horses or rehabilitation horses, or maybe if you want to you've got some contact problems, then retraining in your Cavesson is ideal. So this is what it looks like with the bit then attached. So you have the bit clips that you attach your bit to, and then you've got settings, 2 smaller rings here on your cheek pieces, which you clip your bit onto. So it's very versatile. You can just clip the bit in on and off, then you can still work on the front of the face or off of the bits themselves, or sometimes I like to have it so that you have the front of the face and the bit, so you can work on the top line and the underline. So really versatile, really light, easy to clip the bit on and off, easy to work off of reins from here or from there, so you can change depending on what the horse needs within your session, from lunging to in-hand work, and vice versa. So you can really get the 100% connection into what it is that you're doing. So we want to really work super well into those things. So yes, a really useful piece of equipment. We want to think about using these Cavessons, but really light. We need to make sure that they're fitted well and not clonking around on the face. So you don't want the thing twisting or too tight so there isn't any motion within the jaw. We want to try and keep everything as elegantly fitted as possible so that the horse is comfortable to work. And less is better, so you have those direct connections onto the areas of the face that you need to communicate with when you are training your horses. So really important to have that. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're interested in this particular Cavesson, then leave a comment and I'll let you know what it is and where to get hold of it. If you have any questions, please post in the comments. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Thank you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It does help get the information out. So it's really important to get this information out so we can help horses in their training journeys and help educate their owners. Once again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.